Welcome into another edition of the Gator Nation Football Podcast Film Review. I'm James DiVirgilio, and on this episode, we'll take a look at Florida's defense versus Tennessee's offense. This was, of course, a disaster for the Gators, and this one completely outclassed from start, really until finish, and the finish was, in fact, halftime, not actually the end of the game. Tennessee's offense is one of my favorite offenses in college football, and one that, of course, I enjoy breaking down each and every year. I enjoy it a lot more if Florida's able to get a win versus taking a loss. But good football is good football, and part of film review, of course, is appreciating why one team is beating another, and in this case, why Florida continues to pile up losses. It's no secret to all of us. This team is not coached very well, and of course, generally now, probably lacking motivation to play very well, and flat out getting embarrassed here at home in front of a packed crowd still at the Swamp. So not a good look all the way around. However, it is Thanksgiving week, and I'm very thankful for all of you supporting my channel and, of course, watching these film reviews. That's why I do it, and it does bring me great joy to be able to have supporters like you watching these film reviews throughout this really train wreck of a season. If you want to see the full film review that is available on Patreon, where $15 a month will give you full access to both offensive and defensive film reviews all season long, and of course on into next season where Florida will have a new coach, and hopefully things will look a lot better on both sides of the ball. The link is in the description if you want access to that. If not, carry on and we'll take a look at a few plays from this disaster of a game in Gainesville, where Tennessee again notches their fourth win in over 50 years in the Swamp. First play of the game, and it's always really fun to watch the first drive to see how a team's going to attack, of course, Florida in general, and this is true vice versa and just in football in general. What has the week taught you? What do you think is going to happen based upon your film studies, and what are the tendencies of the team that you're playing? Tennessee, in this case, it started with their tight end out here. Miles Graham was on him, and Miles Graham had inside leverage, walling off the inside, but as he motions here and sets on the formation, Miles Graham's actually going to settle into outside leverage, denying any kind of outside play. And of course, Tennessee basically knows that, as you're going to see, they're just going to run a simple in route here. Florida in a tight formation, TITE, where you're essentially trying to plug up all of the inside runs. Now, Florida has had a lot of success versus Tennessee in the past couple of years doing this. We had talked on the pod leading into this game that Tennessee has had a lot of success this season running the football to the outside. So they've basically reorchestrated their offense, knowing that teams have had success running this kind of defense, and they have found ways to generate power runs to the outside. You're going to see a bunch of them on this film review. Not what's going to happen right now, but again, Tennessee very comfortable with their game plan entering into this game right off the start. Florida's going to give them everything they want each and every look, basically. And of course, we have been seeing that happen really each and every week versus Ron Roberts. Teams getting whatever they want and how they want it and what they expect to get out of the defensive coordinator here for the Gators. Roll the film, and here comes your in route. There's your outside leverage. Notice walling off the outside. That's perfect. Tennessee says, great. Everything we scouted. Ball does not go to the running back here, so Florida's going to pile on to get 5 here into the run fit. That's really just because he did not get the ball, right? So they're going to pile on, and that leaves nobody here. Florida going to sit in too high and nickel coverage, which they do on basically every single snap, and that's going to allow for a ton of grass and a very easy opening throw right there. There it is. Quick game, simple, right? So air raid offenses, like the one that Heupel runs, are heavily built upon short passes, as many times as you can throw them, to open receivers. That's what ultimately opens up your deep passes. And if you're going to play too high, you're going to take these short passes all day long. Your goal is to craft the highest percentage look, and I would say that is a pretty high percentage look. Tennessee hits it right in stride. One play, first down. 2nd down and 9 now, and I know this is going to be crazy for us Florida fans. This is going to blow your actual mind. But Tennessee's going to roll left on purpose. I know. That's truly insane. And they're actually going to flood the field here with a 4-level flood. Not just 3, but 4 levels. I know this is crazy stuff. Let me roll the film for you here and blow your mind, because I'm sure you didn't think this was possible. No way. You're not allowed to roll out to the left. That cannot be done. I kind of wonder if Heupel is just doing this to torture me because he knows how often we've seen Florida never do this, just so we can say, oh, look, you actually can do this. This is possible in football, and in fact, you're going to have a wide open receiver because of it. Florida's going to cover 3 levels really well, but not the 4th level, and that's why you can be comfortable rolling to your left, throwing across your body in a nice clean lane before the defenders can get here, right? There it is, wide open receiver, And then there you go. Easy first down. We talked last week about how often Ole Miss ran what I like to call Tennessee power against them. Of course, you can run this. This is a heavy package Tennessee runs here, but Tennessee's going to run it with 2 receivers, which is a nice little wrinkle personnel grouping wise to how they run this. So they do not have the line of scrimmage loaded up. They will later on in this game, but the concept here is still the same. So they're going to pull 2 defenders out here. We're going to have 9 in the box versus 9 in the box for both teams, right? However, Tennessee, just like we saw Ole Miss do, going to run this power run. I mean, really, Florida should know what's coming. Teams are using and abusing this. There it is. Bring the hammer here. 2 lead blockers. Follow your lead blockers right into the end zone would be the idea. Steps forward. And then Castell makes a nice play. So nice play there by Castell, right? Got beat before. This time actually holds up. Holds the line. Makes a stop. Keeps him short of the line. Bringing up 3rd down and goal, which we're going to roll right into. And what do you see here? It's the same look. Now, we talked a lot about Lane Kiffin reflecting on the game last weekend, feeling like, you know what? I should have just stuck with the heavy package power run. And again, this is not a heavy package, but same concept here. You're going to have 2 H-backs in the backfield. Your hammers. You got 2 lead blockers hammering in whichever way you want to go. Running back following in behind them. Florida, at least on this play, more willing to put guys on line of scrimmage. But once again, Florida's still in nickel. Florida's still in nickel. There's only 2 receivers in the field here. Florida's still in nickel. Ron Roberts, addicted to nickel, will not make a change, will not do things differently. Just going to run the nickel all the daggone time. That's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to do it. And, outmanned, outgunned. You have a much bigger package here from Tennessee than what you have here, of course, right, from the Gators. So, same thing, same concept, same exact play. All they did was flip this to the right. Easy football. It's like playing Pee-wee football out here. I like that play. Let's just go to the right side now. Let's bring these guys still running right into the A-gaps. Let's just go here and try our luck right there. And this time, the wall works. Hammering Miles Graham, winning up front easy. We broke the dam out here. It doesn't matter because we're going right here. Hurdle, make it clean, make it easy, flip for style. Touchdown Tennessee. The domination continues. Florida getting routed on defense. 3rd and 1. Tennessee not going to make the mistake that Lane Kiffin made. Tennessee power again. Tennessee power. Still 2 wide receivers out here. Why not? Just why not? Simplify the box, right? Make it 9 on 9. Take 2 guys out of there. The Gators again. 3 guys here. 3rd down and 1. Might want to get more aggressive. Might want to really hit the run fit here as hard as you can. Let's see what happens post snap. No, we're reacting. We're holding and we are reacting, right? I mean, I don't know what you're hoping for here, but you should probably play the level 1 concept, which is Tennessee's going to actually run the ball with this power run. And here comes the power run. You've seen it before. Nothing special, nothing new. Power football right through the A-gap. And look, you got 2 guys reacting. They're reading and reacting. It's clear what they're being coached to do in this scenario, and they're getting blasted. Blasted into the end zone. And then Tennessee's O-line going to get a little bodied up in here and, not going to get there. Going to be short, right? He thinks for sure pre-snap we're golden. Doesn't matter. First down. 3rd down. We're going to pick up a first down. First down and goal from the 1. So Florida unwilling to commit more aggressively into the run fit there. Sell out. Why not? I don't know. I have no idea why they're reading and reacting to these things. But Tennessee taking advantage of it here and bringing up, of course, a very short 1st and goal. 1st and goal. Same play. Same formation. Same look. Same play. This time Florida decides on 1st and goal they are going to run fit this right away. Still though, 3 guys with their hand in the dirt. That's it. 3 guys hand in the dirt on the literal 6-inch line. Tennessee says, cool, thank you very much. Now Florida going to try to run fit this, but again, out leveraged here from the start. Going to get bodied up in here. Two, just look at these. Coming downhill, 2 wedges. Bam, hammer. Not enough beef. Undersized, undermanned right here when it comes to the Gators front. On purpose, what they're choosing to employ here. And instead, you get that. Easy touchdown, jump right over the top, get the wedge going right here, run right behind it. 6, touchdown Tennessee. Early 2nd quarter, just absolutely obliterating the Gators. All right, 1st and goal now, 247 yards to 22. Is that good? Is that good? Asking for a friend here? I don't know. You tell me. Also, what do we see here? Look at this. Hey, a little Tennessee power. I wonder what they're going to do. Could it be this, perhaps? Could this be what we see? What does Florida think they're going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 guys? No problem. 5 guys off, 3 guys with their hand in the dirt. I'm sure Tennessee's not just going to do what we think they're going to do, right? They're not just going to. What the heck are we? What are we doing? This is embarrassing. Straight ahead touchdown. This is sick, man. This is really sick. Honestly, it's really frustrating. People are getting paid to do this stuff, by the way. People are getting paid a lot of money to coordinate that kind of defense. Ridiculous. 3rd and 1, Tennessee power. You got 11 guys in here. Florida's still going to be a nickel. You still got 4 guys off the ball. So your edge defenders here. Nice little wrinkle here. Hey, we've showed you the same play a million times. Let's just move him here. And this is nice. Nice sleight of hand here. We're not going to go A-gap this time. We're coming out here, right? We're going to come out here and run this B-gap hitter. So we're going to try to kick this out to the edge. And then lead blocker here. Extra seal in here. So that's what you're going to see. Kick this out here. Seal that off. And then send your second battering ram through to where Devin Moore is like, bro, I don't want the smoke, man. What the heck is going on here? I'm getting the smoke. Here comes a lead H-back, just ready and dreaming of this moment. And, there you go. Easy first down, simple pickup. I mean, this is just dominant football and very unserious football from the Gators. 31-3, 4th quarter. What if I told you this is 3rd down and 1? This literally is 3rd down and 1. There's the sticks right there. It's 3rd down and 1. And Tennessee, you come out. Wide splits. Yep. Okay. 8 guys in the box here. Yep, that's good. And Florida was 6. Still in too high. 3rd down and 1. You're outnumbered. Every single play. Just so easy. I mean, look at this. Look at the tight end. Look at this. He's like looking for someone to block here. Comes across formation. No one's through. I guess I'll creep through here. And there we go. I'll get the linebacker. I mean, that's slight work, as they say. 3rd and 1 now. 4th quarter, 31-11. Gators scored a touchdown. That's nice. Got a 2-point conversion. That's nice. Game well in hand, game over. Tennessee, again, just content not to do anything in the second half, but just get the game over with, which is very kind of them. What do you see here on 3rd down and 1? Oh, look at that. A little Tennessee power. Wide splits. Yep, seen this before. No need to be sneaky here. 9 versus 7. Florida's still in too high. Now, they're going to actually bring him into the run fit, but he's not going to make a play on 3rd and 1. No way he's going to even be there. Florida's still playing very safe. And Tennessee's going to mess this one up, actually. They've got everything they want here. They just don't get their 2 lead blocking assignments correct. They should have hat on hat. They are plus numbers here. They don't get hat on hat. They make a mistake and overcommit into that opposite B gap. And that actually allows a one-on-one confrontation right here. So the first time we've seen Tennessee mess up their own assignments when they have plus numbers, and that's going to make this a little dicey. Still, though, first down is here. He's here. First down, Tennessee. 4:41 left now in the game. I kid you not. It is 3rd down and 1. There it is. 3rd down and 1. No joking here. Tennessee power, wide splits. This time, hey, look at this. Look at us. Look at us. Unbelievable. 9 in the box here. The Gators with 8 in the box. Oh, wow. Sneaky over here from Florida. Except this time, react. Still off the ball. Pretty unserious. And this time, they're going to make sure they get the wedge right. Same play we've seen. I think now this is the 5th or 6th time. They realized last time they blew it. And this time, they make sure they identify the linebackers. Crack. Know that he can't make a play. He's not even there. Not even in the area code. And now that wedge is working. And that is another Tennessee first down. Tennessee had 3rd down and 12 on the 13-yard line, and then they wound up taking a penalty on purpose with a false start to keep the clock running. Florida with 2 timeouts said, great, let's just get out of here in the game. Thank you for not scoring even more points on us in the second half. Really appreciate allowing us to shut you out and feel good about ourselves. Wink, wink. Tennessee says, yeah, no worries. We'll take that because ultimately we wanted this dubs. And take a look at the smile on the faces here. This is what it feels like to win in a place that you have not won in 22 years, in a place where you rarely win, in a place where Tennessee fans, in the midst of not making the playoffs this year, are going to be very, very pleased with this one. Now, it does, I think, take a little bit of wind out of the sails that Florida is, of course, so bad, has a fired coach. Florida fans not as invested in this one as always, but still, you got to love putting it on your rival this badly if you're Tennessee, right? Just an absolute clapping in the swamp. And good on the Florida fans, really, right? Good on the Florida fans for being there in this game. Coming there, showing up in the midst of this disastrous Billy Napier era, and getting not rewarded, right? I was there. I was in the stadium. No reward there for those of us that were there. But this one comes to an end. If you were somehow able to enjoy this film review, thank you very much. If not, at least you suffered through it and made it until the end. As always, I will be here to finish the mission next week after the Florida State game. We will put this season to bed. There is no quit in me in this one. We will put this era to rest, and it will be here. It will be documented. So if years from now people want to see how bad was the Billy Napier era, you can see it in all of its bloody glory on all of these film reviews. Until next time, as always, go Gators.